know why the hell that was playing. um, Hold on. I'm trying to lower y'all a little bit here. Jeez, camera's just kind of bleh. I mean, it's okay, but it's still meh. I don't know. I think we'll go ahead and yeah, y'all can see me. It's good enough. It's all right. I mean, I don't know. What does this look like if we have it on? It's a little too much. Fuck it. We'll go with that. We'll go with that pinkish kind of color. Um, uh, Hopefully people are in here. I don't know if anyone even is. I feel like I hair in my mouth. Hold on. Jesus, hold on. Maybe I feel like I got something in my mouth. I don't know what it is. Okay, really, come on. All right, I think I'm okay. Um, yeah, new time. I don't care. Okay. All right. So, wow, there are how many people? Five. Oh, geez. Okay. Uh, Y'all are putting a little bit of pressure on me. But yeah, guys. Welcome back. Yes, I know it's been a while since I've actually done a normal stream or just a normal. You know, it's been a while. Since I've picked a time. To talk to y'all normally. I guess channel wise and everything. But yeah, I'm here. So to the people that are here, welcome. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of the news lately. Trust me, I have around NASCAR, of course. If some of y'all are not aware yet, obviously, the driver that this channel's named after, he's no longer with Stewart Haas Racing. He has moved on. Uh, well, he's moved down a level. He's now back in the Xfinity series with Joe Gibbs Racing. So I'm hoping that he'll do good there. He'll be sharing the 20 car with John Hunter Nemechek. So I'm hoping he does pretty well there. I mean, just this year, uh, when he raced at Sonoma in the Xfinity series, I mean, he performed freaking perfect. I mean, he was great throughout that whole entire race. So knowing that he'll be in Xfinity, hopefully doing better, that makes me happy. But obviously, again, guys, you already know who I'm going for in the Cup Series now. It's Bell. It's plain simple. He's from my home state. He's around this area. He's in he was born in Norman, not even that far away from where I'm at. So it's like it's a perfect fit. Plus he drives a 20 car, and when I grew up getting into NASCAR, that's the car that I kind of focused on was the 20 car because at the time my other driver that I used to like was Tony Stewart. See, it's kind of ironic how it all works out, but hey, I'm fine with it. But yeah, people that are in here, y'all are probably like just like really curious on like why haven't you posted anything? Why haven't you talked? Why haven't you said or done anything at all like you said you were? Well, for one, I have a life, okay? Yes, guys, I'm sorry that I can't dedicate all my time to YouTube, but obviously, I have to worry about my education, which lately I've been doing pretty good on, so I've been able to keep my grades pretty consistent. Same with Votech. I've been able to keep that grade pretty consistent too. Been showing up almost every single day. I've only had one absence up there in Votech. I think I've only had about maybe three or four just this year so far in school. Which, to be honest, most people have missed a lot more days than me. And I don't understand how they really could miss more than 4, 5, 6, 7 days. I mean, that's just ridiculous. At that point, you're just using, you know, you're just taking advantage of your absences, you know. But yeah, I just how do I put this? I I'm kind of interested to see how Eric does in the Xfinity series, but I feel like it's not going to be much better. But I'm hoping for it to be at least better than what it's been for him in the Cup Series. You know, I mean, the last time we saw him win was what 2021. That was New Hampshire, and then way before. I mean, he's still pretty damn good at those super speedway races. You know, he's won the duel plenty a good amount. I mean, he's won it what like twice, maybe 3 times at Daytona. And I remember he won at Daytona, but that was back in 20, I think 13 or 14. It was a rain delay race, so if we'd really count that, but still. But yeah, I to anyone that is wondering, oh God, did he quit? Oh man, is he gonna stop? No, I'm here. As you can see, I'm still here. I still love the damn sport. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I don't think I'll ever stop loving it, you know. But yeah, I will tell y'all though some personal stuff here in just a second. Well, actually, I might as well just tell y'all now. So over 2 weeks ago, okay. As some of y'all may know, you know more of my personal background, other stuff that I like to do. I like to bowl. You know, bowling's kind of like a new hobby that I've kind of grown into now for the past couple of years, and I've seen my development. I've seen that I've gotten better. Trust me. Like if you look back at me, like maybe 3, 4 years ago, I didn't know a damn thing about bowling. I didn't know the basics of it. I didn't even know the rules of it. You know, I mean, you'd think I'd be stupid for not knowing, but nah, it's true. Like I did not know a damn thing at all. But over 2 weeks ago, I think it was last Wednesday. Last Wednesday, um, I'm on a team. It's me, my dad, his girlfriend, his half brother. Technically, we'd call him my uncle, but obviously, I don't really consider him that anymore. But let me get to that here in a second. So I'm on a team. It's me, my dad, his girlfriend, his half brother, and we have a guy named Ricky. I can't. I don't even know how old he is. I think he's in like his 50s, maybe his 60s. He's a really generous guy. Nice old man. Nice old guy. He has fun with bowling. And we like hanging around him because he doesn't really have very many people to be around. So we're kind of like that friend group that he gets to come to every now and then, which it makes me happy knowing that we're helping somebody. But anyways, let me go back. Let me get back to the story. So we show up Wednesday, and we were just bowling, right? And I was just bowling like I normally would. Obviously, there's going to be weeks where you don't have the best games, because it's hard to say. It's hard. Sorry, it's hard to. It's really hard to stay consistent in any sport, rather if it's bowling, hell, basketball, football, baseball, hell, even racing. It's hard to stay consistent. You'd have to be really, really damn good to be able to stay consistent, like constantly. Like it's hard. Trust me, it is. It's really hard. But my first couple of games, gosh, I can't remember what I scored, maybe like 120s, 130s. I mean, these were not really good scores at all. But I remember as, the games kept going, I, was getting somewhat better. But then, of course, I still wasn't really performing my best. Again, you're not always going to have the best times. But, anyways, I think it was during the second game, um, I went up for my approach, right? Because here, for anyone that needs to know the basics of bowling, okay, when you're in a league, there's a thing called courtesy or just class. Let's just put it that way. let's compare this to golf. You know when someone's about to swing their golf club, right? You know when someone's about to make their swing. They want everyone, just the closest people around them, they want those people to be as quiet as they can be. You know, they want them to respect their space, let them go up there and, do what they need to do to score some points. And, you know, I, sorry, I grabbed my ball, went up for my approach, got on the lane, went for my approach. And, again, I was just minding my own business, And I think it was maybe a frame or two before I went up for my next approach. I think God, I can't remember. I think I missed like a spare, and it was like a really really easy spare. I mean, guys, I should have made the spare. I think it was like a 10 or 7 pin pickup, but yeah, I mean it was an easy spare. I could have easily picked it up, and I remember missing it, and I was so mad at myself, and of course, like here's the deal. You're going to get mad at yourself no matter what. If you're the one that is throwing the ball down the lane, you're the one shooting the ball, you're the one passing the ball, whatever it is you're doing. If it's you that's doing it, of course you're going to get mad at yourself. Who else could you blame it on? Why even blame it on anybody? It's your fault, So in that position, I knew it was my fault, so I was kind of mad at myself. I kind of showed a little bit of emotion. I showed a little bit of compassion or whatever. I kind of just went like this. I kind of shrugged my shoulders, kind of moved my legs a little bit. And obviously, that this was right before I went up for my approach. And I got my ball and I was like, okay, whatever, we can move on. Got up there and I was about to throw my ball. And what do I hear? And by the way, guys, let me go back just a little bit. We have been having to deal with this for the past, I mean, it's been over 10 weeks that we've been in this league. So let me just tell you what happened. I went up for my approach, so I was about to throw the ball, and all I hear is my dad's half brother, considering him my uncle, I guess, but I don't really consider him anything anymore. All I heard was, "Oh, here we go. He's gonna whine and bitch and cry again." And that flipped a switch in me like nothing else has ever. Like I don't know what triggered me that night, but he flipped the switch in me to a point where I put my ball back on the ball carrier, turned around, looked dead straight at him in the eye, and I said, "You got something to say?" And he said, "Yeah, what are you going to do about it?" And you know, when I hear that, it's like it just knowing the way he is, he will not do a damn thing to me because he's all talk. He talks the talk, but he doesn't walk the walk. Let's just put it that way. But anyways, I continued to talk, and I said, "You know what? You talk all this crap. Why don't you do something about it?" He got up out of his chair, tried coming up to me. I bowed up to him like, the way I'm supposed to, because I'm not just gonna stand there and take a beating or get humiliated. I'm gonna stand up for myself. So I did. I standed up for myself, and I went right to him, and it got so bad, my dad had to break me and him both apart from each other. And I was just going off on him. I mean, you could tell that he was scared. I remember the next few times I looked at him, he was quiet as shit. He sat right back down in his chair and he just did not say a single word. I mean, he looked at me like he had fear or something. I mean, literally, he was shook. And I never thought that I'd be able to scare somebody, especially my own family, but I don't really consider him as family because the way he's been treating all of us lately, it's absolutely pathetic. It is so pathetic. It's horrible. You guys would have to be there in person to see it. Then you would understand what I'd be having to go through. But anyways, moving on. I after I went off on him, I wasn't just going to quit. The rest of that game. I finished that game by getting a strike and picking up my spares. And as soon as I did that, turned around, pointed, and looked right back at him, and I said, because he kept trying to teach me how to bowl too, by the way. He kept trying to say, like, oh, well, he'd bowl better, if he wasn't complaining. It was something like that he said. I'm not going to vividly remember what he exactly said, but he was basically just complaining, and he just, said whatever. And it flipped a switch in me to a point where I just said I had enough of it. I've been dealing with it for over 10 weeks now. I'm going to put my foot down and be the grown man here. Which I did my thing, and he didn't do a damn thing about it, which proved my point. He's all talk, but no action. he, he don't do a damn thing. But anyways, let's go through that night. Me and my dad, we left, because we were tired of it. We both stood our ground. We got tired of it. We didn't want to deal with it. We went over to Chick-fil-A. We got food and went back. We God, my brain's not working. We went back home, enjoyed our food, went to bed, and just, went ahead and pushed that away from us. We didn't want to deal or worry about it. And I remember, I'm pretty sure that Friday, a couple days later, Friday, me and my dad, his girlfriend, we went up to Norman, which is where Christopher Bell's from. We went up there and we went and bowled at a place called Sooner Bowl. Really good bowling alley. I recommend it for anyone that's actually wanting to go bowl there. But yeah, we went and bowled there. And for the first time in God no telling how long, we had so much fun bowling, me and my dad. I mean, we were both, we were able to compete against each other in a fun way to where, no one was going to complain at each other. No one was going to say anything bad about each other. I mean, it's me and my dad, why would we do that? We're family. We're going to cooperate with each other no matter what. One way or another, we have to. We're family, you know? And, again, we enjoyed that night. We really had fun. Like, we really did. And I remember, having a conversation with my dad, like, okay, look, listen, because we did agree on this before Wednesday, just this last Wednesday, yesterday, I guess, if you want to put it that way, technically, right? Yeah, because it's still Thursday, so yesterday night. Before yesterday, I think it was Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday night. Me and my dad, we were talking, and we were like, okay, we will not show up if he's there, But then, or I said that basically to my dad. But my dad was like, look, I understand what happened last week, but I'm not going to let him stop us from going down there to bowl. And I was like, you know what, Dad, you have a fair point. I'll go with you. So we both went down there this Wednesday, so yesterday. Now, let's talk about what happened yesterday. Let's talk about what happened just this Wednesday. Now, again, if you've been here for like the past, sorry, I'm kind of weird and sort of bad at storytelling, but if you've been here for the last about 5-10 minutes, you probably already remember now what happened just this last Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, last Wednesday. Last Wednesday ended horribly. I went off on him and I gave him a fair warning. I said, look, I've had enough of it, and if it happens again, it's going to be the same thing but worse. I gave him that fair warning. So, going in the last night, I bowled consistently. I bowled pretty damn decent, I think. I got over my average twice. I think I got like a 163 the first game, or something like that. And I remember getting a 160 something like that. I don't know. It was close to sorry, take that back. 179. Yeah, 179 in my second game, and my third game was a 149. I kind of went a little rocky at the end there, but anyways, after we got done with all three of our games, I mean, I remember just looking back from the beginning of the first game to the last game. My dad's half brother bowled like absolute dog shit. I mean, guys, you wouldn't think that you could bowl that bad, but you can. There are times where you would just question him and be like, you have all these things, right? But why do you bowl like that? Why? Like he bowled like absolute crap. I mean, you thought it was a toddler throwing a ball down the lane, you know? But yeah, he did not do that well, like at all. But anyways, I remember, you know, packing up my stuff, bringing me and my dad's bags. We just we or no, not we, just me. I grabbed my bag and my dad's bag after we both got done packing our stuff up, and I rolled out of the bowling alley with both of them. I went out the door, and I went my way, and I saw my dad's half brother, because I know the incident we had last week. I wasn't going to try causing any trouble, but I gave my dad a fair warning before he left the house to go down there that night. I told my dad, and I said, Dad, if he says something about us, tries to do something to me or whatever, I gave him a fair warning. I said, Dad, if he says something about us, you, me, her, whoever it is, I'm going off on him. And I'm not going to let anybody stop me unless it's you. And he said, don't do it. But you know how I am. I'm not going to let things stop me. So, what I heard when I got both bags, it was my own business, going back towards my dad's car. Um, I heard behind me because my dad's hat brother, he was walking right back into the bowling alley. And all I heard was, he said this out loud too, so I'm pretty sure that it was aimed towards me. I'm pretty sure he was trying to get my attention because he said it pretty loud. But for about a second or two, I ignored it, but then I was like, you know what? No. So he basically said, oh, well, this team, we got crybabies on the team, And I turned around, let go of both bags, and I said, nah, nah. Went back in there, looked at my dad, and I said, you better hold me back. And that's all I had to say to trigger him to just think, okay, I gotta chase my son, you know. And I started walking towards the left side end of the bowling alley where my dad's half brother was at, and I was walking. I mean, I was rushing right towards him, and he looked at me, and I mean, it almost looked like he broke his neck, like the way he looked at me. I mean, he went like this, I mean, he like I wouldn't say he flinched, but he definitely looked like he was scared. Like that's for sure. I remember he looked right at me and he was like, like this, But I mean, he kind of stood still, but his head was still kind of like, he was just so like, I don't even know what word to come up with. He was just so dumbfounded, because he didn't think that I was going to do something. He thinks that he's all big and bad. He thinks that he can get away with things. Well, not with me. Not with me. So, again, I looked at him. And by the way, before I did that, I guess Dad said, oh, yeah, by the way, when he came in after he said, that we were crybabies, he also called all of us fake while I was still out there and I was about to walk back in. Apparently, he went in there and told my dad, his girlfriend, and Ricky, the old guy, he told all three of them that they were fake, that they were, bad people or whatever. And when Dad told me that, that's when I said, okay, hold me back. And that's when I went and did my thing. And I just straight up confronted him. And he just stood there with his head shaking and again did absolutely nothing. Which then Dad had to hold me back again because he knew that if I had nobody there to hold me back, I would have hurt him. I, I would have hurt him. Trust me. Eh, People underestimate me a lot because of my size and shit, but they don't know the shit that I've seen. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know what I'm capable of. But I'm not going to go there because then I'll get carried away. But, anyways, that all happened again. Dad had to break me out. We both went out the bowling alley, grabbed our shit, and we left. And that leads into today, or tonight, I guess you could say. And I remember, well, let me rephrase. Let me go back to last night after we got home, after we left the bowling alley. When we got home, I remember my dad and we both looked at each other. And I mean, I told Dad that, hey, this was probably going to happen again if he shows up. And my dad just said, if he's there, we're not showing up. And I was like, done deal. I tried telling you this. Done fucking deal. I looked at him, we both agreed, and, I think we both, went out on good terms there. So, yeah. And here's the crazy thing still. My dad's half brother is still willing to hang out around him as long as I'm not around. Does that not tell you something? I mean, what does that not tell you? Either he's scared of me or he's like okay, yeah, I know he doesn't want any trouble. But again, if you look at it that way, the past two incidents that we have both had with each other and he hasn't done a damn thing, he's got, I mean, that only leads down to one answer. He's fucking scared of me. I mean, how could a 38-year-old man be scared of an 18-year-old? I mean, seriously. And by the way, he's talked about how he's never gotten his ass kicked, which I call absolute fucking cap. Okay, that's bullshit. I'll even admit it. I've gotten my ass kicked. I have. I have. Yes, I've been hit in the nose. Yes, I've been pinned to the fucking ground. Okay, woohoo, yeah. I was somebody's bitch. For like 2 seconds. Woohoo, big deal. Everyone's probably forgotten about that by now. And no one's really ever mentioned anything like that to me. No one's really ever walked up to me and said, hey, remember the time that like you got beat up? Like, no one's ever told me that. No one's ever really said anything or mentioned anything like that to me at all. Because it's not worth it, It's not really worth mentioning that when it wasn't even that big of a deal. I don't look at it as big of a deal as some other people do, but I mean, yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But I will never talk to people and be like, oh yeah, no, I've never gotten my ass kicked. No, I'm undefeated, dude. I'm so strong. Like, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna fucking be all cocky and, just, what word am I looking for? Overestimate or some shit like that. Like, I'm not trying to give myself so much fucking confidence. I'm not trying to build an ego, I mean, Jesus. But that's what he does. He'll literally sit there and he'll talk to me and my dad saying, "Oh, I've never gotten my ass kicked, dude. I'm stronger than shit, man. I could probably knock and whip both y'all's asses and shit." And me and Dad, we both look at him like, is this guy stupid? Like, yeah, his arms may have a decent fucking forearm size or some shit. I don't know. He may be from the country area. Oh yeah, he may not be us. He may not be as skinny as us or anything. But like, dude, I could care less about how big, how skinny, how tall, how short you are. That doesn't determine the way you think when you're in a fucking situation like that. When you're about to fight somebody, when you're about to defend yourself on somebody, you know? And again, the past 2 weeks, I've proven to him, and I've not only proven to him, but I've proven to everyone in that bowling alley. I mean, I remember Wednesday, literally last night, yesterday, before the other altercation happened, I had like maybe 5, 10, 15 people walk up to me saying, you did the right thing. I'm proud of you. You're way more of a man than half of these people in the bowling alley. And I'm not even kidding. I had like 5, 10, 15 people walk up to me like I just fucking won a boxing match. And I'm like, dude, I haven't done anything yet. Calm down. Calm down, guys. But they were proud of me. They were glad that I stood up for myself, and I was like, thanks. You know, I mean, that, what more can you say except thanks, you know? I mean, thanks for, you know, being there for me. Thank you for supporting me, you know? It's like with y'all. Like, I'm always going to thank y'all because y'all are always there for me. I love y'all. But, yeah, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous that he, he'll only hang around my dad if I'm not around. Like, again, does that not tell y'all something? I mean, he's scared of me. He's fucking scared of me. And he's like, what, maybe about this much taller than me? I mean, it's sad that a 38, a middle aged man, is scared of a kid. Uh, what the fuck? You know, I mean, damn. I mean, yeah, I said some things to him here and there, but damn, I didn't think I'd ever get to him like that. But yeah, I guess I was right the whole time. He is fake. He always talks about how, you know, a lot of these people are fake, a lot of these people are just wussies and all that. When truly he's the one that is a bitch, that is fake, you know? Like that's literally all he does half the time is talk. Like he doesn't I've never seen him whoop anyone's ass. I've never seen him do anything while I've been around. Nor I don't think I've ever heard anything about him kicking someone's ass except for himself. You know, obviously, you know, it's just it's crazy how he can act so different from one end, and then there's a like or like there's one side of him where he'll act like normal, and there's that other side where he'll just act so different. Like he'll talk all this, you know, like oh yeah, nah man, I kicked your ass, probably I probably beat your ass, do all that, and then when I do something, it is just absolute. It's pure fucking silence. Nothing out of him. Doesn't do a damn thing. Again, that don't prove anyone something. I don't know what does. I mean, it's been 2 times now, twice, 2 Wednesdays in a row that I've proven my point. And if I go back down there this next Wednesday, and if I do see him there again, it's going to be the same fucking thing, but 10 times worse probably. And I'll make sure to give a fair warning to my dad again, because trust me, it will happen again. Like, here's one thing that's different between me and some other people. Actually, a lot of people probably, depending on who you're friends with or who you talk to, whatever. However you want to view them. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk, okay? I, yes, I've said a lot of shit on stream. Do I mean it? Yes. Half the shit that I say on stream, I fucking mean it, dude. I don't just say it for an act. I don't just say it, you know, for the viewership. I say it because I fucking mean it, dude. If I tell somebody, hey, shut the fuck up, if you were here in person, I kick your ass, I fucking mean it. Because you typing on a keyboard, just saying stuff, that doesn't matter. You're not here to actually do something. If you were right here and you know, you just if you would just stand there and not do a thing, I'm already proving my point because all the shit you say on there and you standing there not doing anything, that just proves right there you're fake. That right there just proves that you are a bitch. Pretty self-explanatory at that point. I mean, literally, it is. And that's kind of why I've been avoiding, you know, doing a lot of streams lately or just playing. I'll be honest with y'all, I haven't played on my damn Xbox in forever. Just because I know it's kind of a waste of time. Plus, if I ever get into an altercation with another, either a very old ass man or some stupid dumb kid, they're just going to talk absolute shit and try insulting me one way or another. And all I can say is that, look, again, if you were standing right here in person, you wouldn't do a damn thing. And if you were to do something, I would not let it slide. And then I would just plainly say, actions speak louder than words. You can talk the talk all you want, but can you walk the walk? That's the real question. That's the number one question. If you can talk all of this, can you prove it to me? Can you actually show me? Can you actually prove me wrong? Can you prove everyone else wrong? You know? That's one thing I love. And that's one thing that I'm very passionate about. And that is proving other people wrong. Because I won't just talk the talk, I'll walk the walk too. I remember last year, um, people that are in here right now, y'all probably weren't even here when I did this, but I made a video last year. I think it was like a day or two before 2023 happened, or before 2023 started. I made a video and it was just titled 2023. And I remember in that video, I said, guys, I'm hoping for this next year to be a great journey, you know, and deep down inside me, after I made that video, I told myself, I was like, dude, we're going to make something happen. We're going to fucking dominate this year. We're going to get so many damn subs, and I'm going to work my ass off. And what did I do? I did exactly that. Yeah, I know as of lately, of course, I haven't done shit because, well, it's the fucking off season, you know? But, I mean, yeah, I mean, last year I was at what, like 2,000 subs? Close to three. I mean, I was struggling just to get close to three at all. And literally this year we had no trouble. We have gained over 3,000 subscribers total within this year. I mean, my fucking subscriber count went from like 2.7K to what? 5.54. I mean, dude, it skyrocketed, if anything. If you compare last year to this year, holy crap. Way big difference. Way bigger difference. Probably my best year so far. I mean, it really is. If we're talking stat wise, it is. But yeah. I mean, like the whole point of me just talking about this is like, listen, here's a lesson. I'll put this in a short summary, in short words. If you ever get in an altercation with somebody, or if you ever, you know, talk to somebody or hang around somebody that you've known for a while or whatever, and if you've ever heard them say, you know, oh yeah, yeah, dude, I win. Oh yeah, I talk, you know, or yeah, I do all this, you know, like, you know, people that act like that, people that act like that they've done a lot. You should just straight up ask them and say, prove it to me. Show me what you're worth. Show me that you can actually do this. And then maybe I'll respect you. Plain simple. And by the way, to anyone out there that's still just now kind of developing, I don't know, try like anyone that's struggling to like stand up for themselves or anything like that, don't be scared of anybody. Don't. Don't be scared of anybody. I don't care how big of a person you are, how short, how small of a person you are. Don't be scared of anything or anybody. Because if you let fear get to you, your mentality is going to just plummet and it's going to get so weak, you're not going to have any inspiration to do anything whatsoever. And I was letting all of that depression, all of that sad and bad negative, you know, all the negativity, I was letting all that stuff get to me all throughout last year. And at the end of that year, I was like, fuck it. New year, new me. I'm done with all this bullshit. I don't fear in anything anymore. I shall make myself proud. And I did. And obviously, you know, the one big thing that I think that made me really stronger than ever, of course, that right there. Passing of my mom was kind of a big key factor. Um, and obviously, a few months after after she died, um, I went and bowled the perfect game. Of course, it was a 9 pin, but it was still a hell of a good game. Um, I remember when I got home that night, I grabbed my phone. I called my mom's mom. I call her my Nana, okay? She's my other grandma. I called her and I was just bawling. I was crying. I was like, Nana, I fucking did it. I got a 300. I did it. I did it for mom. Because that was all I could think about as soon as I got that last strike. I was like, oh my God, mom, I fucking did it. I wish you were here. I mean, I was so happy. I just, I feel like right there, that's what was kind of. I feel like that's what kind of that was the point where I knew I have moved on. I knew that I've made myself stronger. I knew that I've recovered fully from the damage that I was given when that happened. You know, and look, listen, guys. If you are struggling through depression or if you have just recently been through some sort of tragic event, listen, there's always a bright side. There's always a bright end to it. There is. And trust me, if you just, I'm not trying to get all religious, but if you have faith in the Lord, man, oh my gosh, dude, you have no idea. Your life will change so much. So much. I mean, there's living proof. I mean, literally now I can say it because I remember it was my after my second game or after my first game. Sorry, my first game before I rolled out my perfect game, my perfect 300. I went to the bathroom and I literally. I mean, I usually never really do it much. I don't do it very often, but I literally took my hat off. I mean, I was leaning over the sink counter. You would think I was like throwing up or something. I was like this, and I was like, Lord, please be with me. If tonight is not my night, I understand, but Lord, please be there with me tonight. I have been going through a lot of stuff lately. I want to make my mom proud. And I said, Amen. Went back out there, put my shoes back on. Second game, did pretty decent. Third game, I went all freaking out, dude. I didn't let anything phase me that night. I just straight up went up, got my ball, threw it down the lane, and did whatever I could, you know? And I think I did pretty good. but, yeah. No, but yeah, I mean, again, guys, like, don't let anyone push you. Defend yourself. Stand up for yourself. That's my lesson. That's what I'll say for y'all. I kind of feel good now that I feel a lot better now talking to y'all. I'm actually really glad that I've been able to vent to y'all. That I've been able to talk to you guys. I mean, it feels great to talk to y'all again, actually, because again, I've just been having to deal with so much like stress, as you can tell. But I've just been wanting, and I've been itching. I've been wanting to tell y'all this stuff, you know. And I was like, why not? Why wait? Why wait? I mean, I felt like a perfect time would be now to talk, and obviously I think it was. So yeah, but guys, again, number one rule for now on, and it will be forever in my life. I'll always remember it. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Do not let anyone disrespect you. Anybody, unless you truly unless you truly deserve it. If you've done something really bad, but you know what I mean. Stand up for yourself. Do not let anyone look down upon you. Do not let anybody put disrespect on your name, or just don't let anyone disrespect you. Be who you want to be. Just stand up for yourself. I've learned that now, and I feel like a lot of other people should learn that too. because honestly, it's helped me a lot lately. It's helped me get out of a lot of situations. It's actually helped me gain a lot of new friends, a lot more trust from people. You know, I feel like I've been able to surround myself around a lot of more kind, a lot better people. You know, obviously, you know, I still have some of the same friends like I always have, but you know what I mean. I feel like I've been able to surround myself a way more healthier, way better atmosphere than where I was a few months back. You know, but again, I mean, I've been recovering really. I mean, I was gonna tell y'all that last stream, but then of course that altercation, me and my grandma, you know, I mean it's family, we're gonna argue, okay? But you know, we I apologized, and she apologized to me, and I was like, you don't need to apologize. It's my fault. You know, I left the house. I was just going through stuff, you know, which y'all probably could tell. But you know, now I'm back to where I'm supposed to be at. I'm in a better mental state. Okay, trust me, guys. I'm not gonna go fucking psycho, you know. But oh god, y'all are gonna be like, oh god, he's like Patrick Bateman. He's gonna grab a fucking knife and start killing people. No. I'm not. I'm not that stupid. Jesus. But yeah, guys. I'm gladly. I'm glad to say that I'm back. I'm glad to say that I'm back. Yes, and again, I know it's been a while since I've done a stream like this, of course, you know. But oh yeah, by the way, I don't know why this is now just popping up in my head, but I guess most of us already know. Um, gosh, remember when I made a very huge mistake when I was streaming Omegle? Yeah, that website shut down now. um, I forgot about all that, you know, but then I just now realized I was like, oh shit, wait, Omegle doesn't work anymore. Because I was gonna try getting on there, just seeing if it still worked, you know, but then I forgot. I was like, oh shit, wait, they shut it down. But yeah, how crazy, you know? I mean, I went from, you know, I mean, a while back, I literally went from dressing up as Ricky Bobby, you know, and then you know seeing bad stuff on there, which I'm not gonna mention, but I basically made a mistake that almost could have ended my channel. That could have ended my whole YouTube career. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, how crazy how you know things went from that to okay, Omegle gets shut down. You know, like now I can't even use it. I don't know if there's any other online chatting platform that I could use, but I sure as hell don't want to take the risk of seeing something like that again. So I think I'll stay away from that. I think I'll keep myself away from that as much as I can. But yeah. But yeah, guys. God, how long we been streaming now? Man, not even an hour. Wow. Okay. Well, I feel like I've been able to cover a lot of things. Okay. I know that I know this is probably gonna annoy y'all, but if you guys would want to wait just for a second, if you guys want to, you don't have to, but I would appreciate it if y'all would just have a little bit of patience. I gotta go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back in like, what, maybe in like a minute or two. You know, it won't take me that long, but I'll be right back. Plus, I'll probably grab me another Coke. I mean, guys, come on, y'all know me. It's the number one drink right here. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys. So please be aware if I'm not on y'all's screen, I'm not dead. I went to just go to the bathroom and get a Coke. So I'll be right back. So please be patient. If you want to leave, you can. I don't blame you, but if you want to stay, again, I appreciate it. I'll be right back. Oh God. Okay, that was a little bit longer than I intended. Sorry. How many people are in here? Hold on. Sorry. Let me. Okay, there's 5 people. Well, 4 technically, I think. Whatever. Anyways, yeah. Um, I'm back. And by the way, I see that Ethan Trendler has showed up. What's up, Ethan? Yes, I am alive. And yes, I've heard about Eric. So if you have any other questions, please ask. Actually, hell, give me some news. If there's any news I don't know, tell me. Because I'd like to know probably if there is anything. But, yeah. Gosh, this stream is so delayed. Hold on. Okay, there we go. A lot better. um, yeah. Anyways, yeah, um, I'm back. I don't know if anyone's wanting to say anything, but you're a J. You know what? If you want to put it that way, technically, yeah, I guess. I mean, my guy Eric, he's with Joe Gibbs, and my new favorite driver from Oklahoma is at Joe Gibbs. So I mean, yeah, if you want to put it that way, I guess I'm a JGR fan. Yeah, Team Toyota, woo, yeah. I still like Ford though. I'm sorry, but I love Ford. Just as a guy, a car guy, I love Ford. I mean, you can't beat the blue oval. I mean, most cars that are Ford, I mean, dude, they're beautiful. I love them. They perform really well. But in NASCAR, I guess, sure, we'll go with the Toyota. But it's whatever. I don't know. Dude, imagine if Joe Gibbs says, "Oh, hey, you know what? We're gonna switch to Ford." You know how funny that'd be. Everyone would flip their fucking shit, dude. Oh my gosh, that'd be funny. Mm. Or if Team Penske said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna go to Toyota," and then Joe Gibbs just says, "Oh, you know what? No, we're gonna go to Ford." Bro, that'd be weird. That'd be weird as hell. I mean, hey, if we're looking at it, Joe Gibbs has already had what? They had Pontiac, then they had Chevy, and now they've had Toyota. Why not just go ahead and add Ford to the list? You know, I mean, hell, you would technically. Well, I don't know. Has there been any other race? That's a good question. Has there been any other race team out there that has been through all 3 main manufacturers in the sport, or no? Because I mean, well, yeah, actually, I think no, yeah, no, yeah, yeah, Petty Motorsports. Petty Motorsports, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. The paint scheme guy agreed. Yeah, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, because I remember they had Ford, and I mean, then they had Chevy, and now they're switching to Toyota. So yeah, they've had all 3. Yeah, huh? No, but yeah, I mean, like if we're talking major teams, like major corporated race teams, this would be one of the first ones to do it if they actually do it. Like imagine if JGR went and said, you know what, we're gonna go to Ford. Like that would be insane, dude. That would be insane. That would be crazy. That'd be crazy, dude. I don't know how I'd feel about that though. I think if anything, that'd be way more scary. Because if we're looking at it, guys, let's be honest. Most super speedway races are dominated by Ford. They literally are. Either them or Toyota. But I feel like Ford, just the way the front body of the car is built, it's way more flatter, way more slimmer. I just see Ford as a way more powerful race car than I see, Toyota or Chevy. Obviously Chevy has they've gotten better. I remember back when they first introduced the Camaro, My God, that nose. That nose was so freaking pointy. Every time you would slightly turn, you would just instantly, like on accident, you would instantly hook the other car in front of you. And you know, like people think, oh, now you turn them on purpose. No, it's the freaking nose of the car. It was so damn pointy. You know, even when you didn't mean to turn somebody, even the lightest tap in a certain direction, it turns the other car. That's so dumb. I hate that. Coach does not want to run Fords. Hey, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. I really don't. But if it did ever come to like a financial decision, that'd be the only way that he'd probably have to go to Ford. Is if something happened to Toyota or something. I don't know. Maybe if they lost a deal or something. I don't know. It'd have to do with something financially. Dude, I ingest this shit like it's nothing, dude. I feel like I'm gonna have to have a health condition soon. I'm probably gonna have to start taking shots or something because I don't know how many more of these I can drink. I mean, I've been drinking these for so long now. There's no joke. I mean, hell, I've advertised the hell out of it. You know, hell, I even drink the Mexican versions. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I drink all Coke. And I remember one time I said, "Oh, I'm a Coke addict," and I was like, "Wait, no, that does not sound right." I'm guessing Ty Gibbs will eventually. Honestly, yeah, that would make sense because he is the grandson. Because of course, Ty's father he passed away, which if he was alive still, technically he could have been the owner, I think. Or if is it Joe Gibbs' brother or Joe Gibbs' other son, the other one that's not here anymore, the other one that passed away. Um, God, what's his name? Denny Hamlin had the sticker of him on the side of his car when he won the Daytona 500. I can't remember his name. I couldn't. Is it Coy? Yeah, Coy or JD. JD. It was JD. It was JD. It was JD. Coy is Ty's dad. JD's the one that was on the car. JD was the one that was on the car. Now I remember. Now I remember. Thank you for telling me that. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you. No, now I remember though. Yeah, it was JD that was on the side of Hamlin's car when he won the 500. I remember that now. Chevy and Ford have power numbers. Toyota has power of shared information because there's like three Toyota teams heading in next year and they all share information. Yeah, but you got to think about it. Even with there just being three major Toyota racing teams, it's not like Chevy or Ford isn't going to share any info with each other. I mean, look, listen, it's NASCAR, okay? Obviously, you're going to do whatever it takes to win. That's how it is in any sport. I'm pretty sure every once in a while, Chevy or Ford are going to slip and probably say something to one another, which then that'll help each other, go out and win and compete at least at some sort of racetrack. I mean, when it comes, I mean, let's say we're at Talladega, right? And you got Toyota just dominating throughout the whole entire race. Eventually, Ford and Chevy have to work with each other. I mean, we've seen it all the time. They've worked with each other a plenty. I mean, a plenty amount of times. It's true. I mean, literally, even back then, if you look at like I don't know. Where was I even going with that? But yeah, no, it's like it's with any driver, no matter what manufacturer they drive, it doesn't matter. You're always going to have to switch up on somebody and be like, all right, you know what, kid, I'm going to ditch you. I'm going to go ahead and help this guy. It doesn't matter that there's going to be three Toyota teams. They're eventually going to collapse. Well, I wouldn't say collapse, but they're eventually going to disagree on one another and say, all right, you know what? I'm tired of the teamwork. I come out here to win. Might be selfish, but the hell with it. I'm out here to win. If you don't like me wanting to compete, then so be it. I'm not here for teamwork. I'm here to win. You know. Well, Denny is one of the only J. You're right, but I know Tony's won. He's won a crap ton. Um, or I could be wrong because I remember he only rode the Toyota when they brought in the car of tomorrow, the cop car. But yeah, I remember him winning a super speedway race. I think in the Toyota. I'm pretty sure that was at Talladega. I think he was driving a subway car or something like that. Um, and yeah, Kyle Busch, 2008 Talladega. Yeah, I was about to say that one. So yeah, but Tony Stewart, he won at Dega too. I remember. Is there a Dega or Daytona? He won in the subway car. It was the number 20 Subway Toyota Camry. It was a caught car. That's all I know. So yeah. And I mean, well, Joey never did. Logano never did when he was with JGR, was he? No, he never did. No, he was close though a couple of times in the Xfinity series though. I remember the time when I'm only remembering this because Junior won it, but Junior when he won in the three car for the first time ever since they retired it when he raced at Daytona. I remember Logano. I think he finished second or third in that race. Um, he was driving the Toyota then, and he easily could have won that if he just passed Junior, but he didn't. Because I mean Dale Junior's Dale Junior. I mean, what the hell are you gonna do when he's in first and you're in second at Daytona? You're not gonna be able to pass him. He'll do whatever it takes to win, especially when he's driving that number 3 Wrangler car. I mean, I still remember looking back at that race. I still watch it sometimes, and I'm just like, how the hell did he win that? I mean, damn. Yeah, the shootout too. Yeah, the shootout. I remember that. And by the way, when I say this, I mean I've been a fan of NASCAR since I was like 4. Okay, and yes, I remember certain races, but I didn't really get into it statistically, and I didn't really get into the how do I put it? I didn't really get into the knowledge part, the hard stuff. I didn't really get into most of that until about 2015, 2016, when I was a bit older, when I understood a lot more. Before that, I was just focused on the numbers of the cars, the drivers' names, the manufacturers they drove, the sponsorships they had on their car, just basic stuff. And, again, 2015, 2016 was when I just fully dived in, got fully into it. Was like, okay, let me check stats. Let me see who's the best. Let me, and then I just kept growing. I kept growing more and more knowledge. I just kept absorbing it like a sponge, literally. And obviously, my opinion will never change. The greatest driver of all time. Plain and simply said, just like this. Yeah, I think I've made my point. I think I've. Oh my God, this hat is getting too small now. I gotta Velcro. I gotta loosen the Velcro. But yeah, I think I've made a fair point on saying who the greatest of all time is. Come on now. And by the way, if we're going to argue about that now, let me just say this: he's the one with the least amount of wins. Yet he's been able to win. He's yeah he yet he's been able to win 7 championships. So what does that tell you? He didn't have to put as much effort in as Jimmy did and as Petty did to win 7 because he was able to do it in such a different way like no one else ever could. Yes, I know he didn't win 5 in a row like Jimmy did, but Jimmy did that shit on a corrupted ass playoff system that was ran by a corrupt ass, what was his name? Brian France? Yeah, literally Bill France's son or grandson. I mean, the Brian was going through a bunch of drug related shit. I mean, he was going downhill real quick. So, he was just stupid for creating that playoff format, and I mean, it was horrible. So, in reality, if that playoff format never existed, guarantee you Jimmy wouldn't have 7. He'd still have a couple championships, though. I'd say he'd at least have 3 or 4, be tied with Gordon. But truly, in my opinion, if I had to put my top 3, it's Earnhardt, then Johnson, then Petty. Only because, yes, Johnson's got 5 in a row, but again, the only reason why he's not first is because he did that shit on a corrupted playoff system. Now, if it was on a more fair based format, then yeah, he'd be number 1. But then again, you just cannot beat the way Earnhardt drive, the way he just acted. I mean, he's a goat. He would put fear in everybody. If you saw him behind you, you'd get the fuck out of the way. That's how I am on the road every day. If someone sees me, they're like, "Oh God, it's him," and they move. I mean, there's been plenty of times where I've been on the highway, and I mean, I'm literally in the fast lane, and I'm like on the guy's ass, and they're going like maybe 5 or 10 below the speed limit, and I'm on their ass still, and I'm like, dude, just move. And I remember one time when that person moved over. I think it was somewhere around up in the city. I remember, getting on that person's ass, and then they finally moved over into the right lane, and they looked right at me, and they almost looked like they were, I don't know, shook or scared or something. And I looked at him, I was like, dude, just learn how to drive. Stay on your lane. Stay on the slow lane. The left lane is for passing, okay, and for faster cars. The right lane is for the old fuckers like y'all that don't want to drive, or just for lazy people that barely tap on the pedal, you know? Huh? Truex is the greatest driver of all time. Oh, come on. Come on, Ethan. You know you're joking, right? Come on, please, please. I know you're a fan of him, but come on, don't go that far. Look, as of right now, current, God, I mean, he's up there, but I wouldn't put him in top 3 yet. I mean, obviously, with the way Blaney won his championship this year, meh, I still feel like some other guys are better. Obviously, Kyle Larson's still up there. Bell's up there for sure. Bell's always in the right place at the right time, winning the right amount. I mean, he's there at the right time. I mean, Bell's eventually going to have to win a championship, I think. And I mean, I'm trying to be as biased as I can, but literally, you look at the past 2 years, Bell has literally been able to somehow put himself in the right place. Like, am I wrong? No, because he's literally been able to do that. If you look at last year, hell, Martinsville, he somehow won there. And this year wins the freaking dirt race at Bristol, and then he goes out and wins at Homestead. Like how? I mean, he finds the right time to, go out and compete and dominate. And of course, Logano, he's still there. He's always going to be there for as of right now until he gets a little older, kind of gets more towards that end, like Kyle Busch is kind of getting to. Except Kyle's kind of proven his point though this year. He was able to dominate. I think he won like what 2 or 3 races. I mean, he won at Auto Club, and then he won at Gateway, and then he won at Dega. Won at Dega, yeah. So yeah, three races. He won 3 races, yeah. But yeah, he did pretty good though. He did pretty damn good though, especially with his first year at RCR. I mean, that was pretty good. I mean, he made the playoffs too, so it makes it even better, you know. But yeah, overall, I mean, I just, God, it'd be hard to pick a top three greatest of all time right now, like currently. God, I don't know. It's kind of hard because you have so many new guys now coming in. I mean, you got so many like young, fresh guys still. I mean, hell, you got guys like Chastain. Like you got a rookie, Josh Berry, coming in soon. Um, I mean, hell, you got. I will say this, and honestly, okay, no one really pays much attention to him, but I've been kind of thinking about it. Carson Hocevar, is he not in a full time ride yet? Because if not, he needs to be. Because, dude, have you seen the way he's been able to perform in the Cup Series? Pretty damn decent. I think if he's just given a year or two, he might be up there. He might become one of the best in our era, maybe. I don't know. I think Carson Hocevar though might have a chance. To be honest with you, I mean, I'd give him a chance. I don't know how long it would take him, but we'd have to give him a chance in order to see that. But yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, and by the way, I I got news like a couple of days ago. I don't know if it's true. I guess it is. I'm going to assume that it is. Noah Gregson's going to be driving the 10 car for Stuart Haas. Right? I think. Yes. No. Maybe. Hopefully. Honestly, that'd be kind of cool. But then again, it's like, is he going to get the Smithfield? Is he going to get the Smithfield sponsorship or no? Because if so, then I'll be on board, But if not, I don't know. Maybe I won't like him as much. I don't know. I'd have to see. But yeah, I heard about that too. Also, I heard about him going to Stuart Haas. So I'm hoping that he can make the 10 car look good. I'm hoping he can. I'm hoping that he can add more wins to that number. Because honestly, that'd be pretty cool. You know, but yeah, I don't know what else to talk about, guys. Smithfield left NASCAR. Damn, man. So they're not. Fuck. Damn it. So they're no longer. Shit. Well, I guess I picked the right time to rebrand my channel. Obviously my old profile picture used to be the blockhead of Eric with the Smithfield race suit. So I guess I did pick the right time to rebrand it. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about, guys. I'm probably gonna get off here. Hell, it's almost midnight. I still got one more day of school. No days off. I gotta worry about school. But I promise you guys, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, if I'm not back for another couple of days or whatever, don't freak out. Okay, don't get your panties in a wad. Don't be like, oh, he's dead. You know, because guys, trust me, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. Okay, but guys, I mean, thank y'all for being patient. Thank y'all for the people that have stuck around for these past few, you know, months. Obviously, especially these past few weeks, I've just been having to deal with a lot of crap. But you know, I'm all past that now. I'm done with it, and I'm ready to come back. And honestly, I'm excited for next year. I can't wait till we get to the class. I can't wait till we get back to Daytona. I'm going to be pumped up, dude. So, yeah. But anyways, love you guys. Stay safe. I hope y'all have a good night or good morning, wherever the hell you are. But, guys, stay safe. Love y'all. And I'll go back to what I said earlier towards the beginning part of the stream. Do not let anyone disrespect you. Stand up for yourself. Trust me. Go by that for the rest of your life, and you'll see improvement. You'll see a lot of improvement on yourself as long as you can just have that kind of mentality. Do not let anyone disrespect you. Do not let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. Prove those people wrong. Prove them wrong. But yeah, love y'all guys. Stay safe. Have a good night, and I will see you next time. Hopefully. Hopefully. Um, I know I don't really say that much, but every time that I ever say that, I'm just like I'm gone for like another week or two, and it's like, what the hell? Where'd he go? You know, and I feel like I'm just making y'all mad, but you know what, guys? I got a life to live. I'm trying to make through. I'm trying to make it through everything, and I really hope y'all can understand that. So yeah, but anyways, love y'all guys. Stay safe. Have a good night, and I'll see you next.